You're hunting for a job. You put a solid resume together, built an application strategy, started sending out resumes, and now your search becomes real. The phone's going to ring, the hiring managers are going to call with questions, some that you can prepare for, and others that you can't. This is one of the most critical stages of the interview process, and as this is your first chance to start speaking with hiring managers to figure out if you're a fit for their company and they're a fit for you. My name's Brent. I own the Vancouver Express Employment Professionals office. In our previous videos, we discussed the 10 key steps that we feel that you should consider in your job search. We further discussed determining what you want, your search process, your pre-search and your research, creating your resume, sending out applications, and now preparing for your interviews. In this video, we're going to dig into 7 key points for when you start receiving your first callbacks. To set yourself apart, we feel you should control your part of the call, be prepared, show your interest, understand that you're equal in the process, proactively address concerns, don't get overcommitted to a position too early, and ask for timelines and follow-up. Our first key point here is that you can control your part of the call. You don't have to answer a call when you're not expecting it. Feel free to let it go to voicemail and call back when you're in an environment where you can give 100% of your attention to the caller. Don't answer if you're in a busy, crowded place or on a bus. If you do answer but realize it's not the best time to connect, politely ask if you can schedule a time where you're both free and ask for the person's name and the company that they're calling from. Number 2 is prepare yourself to handle this first call and make a great first impression. If you've planned and prepared for your search, then you've likely applied for a number of positions that could fit with your desired outcome. Understanding you'll likely receive callbacks during the day while you're not at home and not prepared for the call, you need to do a few things to ensure that you aren't caught off guard. One thing you can do is keep a list of the companies and positions that you've applied for. The big faux pas is asking the phone caller what position it was that you applied for again. Of course, as recruiters and hiring managers, we all get that people are applying for multiple positions, but this question makes it sound like you're blasting out resumes and you're just not sure who or why you're even getting a call back. 3 is to add on to the same point, which is show your interest. Of course, only do this if it's authentic, but revert back to your list and share how something on their website caught your eye or how you felt aligned with the vision or the values of the company. Don't force this, but if you can find a way to tie this in, it will for sure help set you apart. Number 4 is to understand that you are equal in this process and equal in control. The hiring manager may have questions for you, but you have full right to ask questions of your own to ensure that you can learn about the person calling about the opportunity and what you need to know about moving forward in the process and whether the company is a fit for you. Just because you applied doesn't mean you don't have any control. Step 5 is to proactively address any potential issues or concerns. Again, don't force this early, but if you've had a few job changes or layoffs, or maybe you've recently moved or have another issue that's present, or maybe it's not present on your resume, I'd always argue that it's better to proactively address these things that could be seen as deal breakers. Even if the company doesn't bring them up, you may want to address these issues in advance to ensure that you aren't rejected or passed over. 6 is don't get overcommitted to any given opportunity, especially in the early stages. Show your excitement and interest, but you need to understand that the search process can take time and not every position that you apply for will be a fit. If you get your hopes up, you risk being let down. You need to stay high energy and positive through the entire process. Understand that although you might feel like you could do 100 different jobs, those 100 different companies might not feel the same way. Be optimistic and stay focused on the process. Step 7 is to ask for timelines if not given, and ask for follow-up details. Don't be overly pushy with asking, but if you did have a successful phone interview or call, you're entitled to understanding timelines and how the process will work if you are selected to move forward. If this info isn't volunteered, you should definitely ask for it, and ask when it's realistic for you to follow up and how to get in contact. You also need to read the person you're speaking with, as they may be in the early stages or may indicate that they will follow up with you if they're able to move forward to the next steps. Again, it's okay to ask for info, but don't come off as someone who's not listening or being overly pushy. Be aware that you aren't going to be a fit for every job. Not every company will call you back. They might not properly reject you, and although that might not be okay, take your licks and move on. If you do get follow-up info and are given a timeline, then you'd better follow up the day or the day after that they say is reasonable for you to follow up. Always do what you say you're going to do. Remember, every minute you spend on your search, specifically in the areas that you can control, will always be time well spent. Thanks again for tuning in. If you'd like more info on Express, please visit our website, our Facebook, or our LinkedIn, which are all linked below, and feel free to reach out with a call, text, or email and ask us any question about your next search for a job. Thanks, and good luck.